my second last morning, and on the way back to Castle Baldwin from home this morning, I stayed at home, I had to stop off at one of my favourite places, and that is just in the Curlew Mountains, inspired by the Battle of the Curlews 2 or 3 years before Sullivan Bear came through this area, and it's called the Gaelic Chieftain. And you can just imagine a Sullivan Bear on a horse, at the top of a hill, overlooking the valley and the hills below, at the battles that were waged the whole way along his route. I'm going to head on to Castle Baldwin here in a couple of miles, and I'm going to get back on the road and head the far side of Loch Arrow. You can't really see it now, but in the distance there's a lake, and it's called Loch Arrow. It's just beside Loch Key here, and in the far distance you can see the hills on the far side of the Ballyfarnan Mountains, and I'm going to be walking on the shoulder of those mountains all day down into the town of Ballyfarnan and onto Kilronan Castle, where I finish today and start tomorrow. I'm getting very excited about the fact that I'm almost home, and I'm really looking forward to getting there tomorrow evening. Cannot wait. My buddies are back. They're coming for a little bit of a spin up with me on the Beara Breifne way. I think this is my last view of Loch Arrow from the back, the hilltop above Cromlock Lodge, the now closed restaurant and hotel. Beautiful place, but I'm leaving this fantastic scenery to go in here. Woo! Back into the forest, across some of the hills, and we'll see how we get on. So I'm back in the forest on the top of, well, on the side of the Ballyfarnan Mountains. I think it's the Ballyfarnan Mountains, but basically Cromlock Lodge is just down, halfway down the hill here beside me. And in the distance, you saw earlier, Loch Arrow just looks amazing. You could see the Brickleaf Mountains on the far side, right across where I climbed yesterday. But I kind of know these parts of the country, not the specific part. I've never been in this forest before, but I know this part of the world. I've stayed in Cromlock Lodge. I went to school with some of the lads from there, and kind of feels like I'm almost at home ground. It's cool. Anyway, gotta keep going. Gotta get to Kilronan today. This is particularly cool. It's a good way of closing the gate. So when you pull it like that, the weight should work. It pulls back. I found the secret though. You can actually lock it open. Oh no, it closes itself. So this is a dolmen, and who's not Irish, you may not have heard of or seen one of these before. Anyone who is, you probably grew up in history class learning about them, but told me this, but I think what it was, it marks a sacred ground or a burial chamber or something of that nature. But it was a special place in medieval Ireland. And what it is, it's got standing stones and then one massive stone on top of it. Imagine having to lift that before they invented the crane and stuff. How would you have lifted that on top of that? It's just phenomenal. Just making my way down the other side of the hill, and as I turned the corner and came out of the field onto the road again, I could see in the distance what I thought was Sheemore. It's a small standalone hill with a little cairn on the top of it, and you can't see it from this distance, but there is a cross on the top. But from here it's very distinctly and very clearly Sheemore, and it's only about 2 miles from my house. So I've been able to see effectively an element of Leitrim village, and the landscape of Leitrim village from the top of the hills here is pretty cool. I've still got a day and a half walking to go to get there, but to be able to say I'm on the home straight is kind of cool. It's mad to think that 4 weeks ago now I got in the car and drove to Cork, and it's taken 4 weeks to return along. It took me, I suppose, 6 or 7 hours that day in the car, and it's pretty cool. Don't think I'll have any problem finishing this off. Already I can feel my legs getting lighter, body getting stronger, and just feeling like I'm coming around the final bend of a 400 meter race. It'll probably take me as long to finish this as it would take me to finish a 400 meter race, but yeah. Again, kind of goes without saying, but I can see Loch Key in the distance and Sheemore off to the left, and the Breifne Mountains off to the far left, and it's just pretty awesome. I'm on this little path just alongside the shores of Loch Skeen, down a couple hundred yards to the right, approaching the town of Ballyfernan, the village of Ballyfernan. And I drive past, probably within half a mile of where I'm standing right now, every week. Like literally nearly every week. At least once, if not twice. And it's awesome. It's so quiet, so serene. I don't know why I've never come up in these places before. It's absolutely beautiful. You can see the sign markers still every couple of 100 yards along the route. But I don't know. You need to get out and enjoy nature. Enjoy these trails that are expertly built the whole way along the country. Go to irishtrails.ie and you'll find that there's a trail near you. You don't have to get out and do 500 kilometers craziness like I'm doing, but it could just be 5k or even 2 or 3k. But just get out for an hour, walk around, climb a hill. It's absolutely beautiful. And what I really like about it is you actually get time to think. Okay, yeah, you can bring the radio, you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to books, you can listen to music, you can have a conversation with a friend. But sometimes you just get to think on your own. I'd recommend it highly. So this is where I finish up tomorrow in Leitrim village. But let's rewind a little bit and go back down to Roscommon. So outside Ballinasloe, we found ourselves in the town of Aughrim. So Aughrim is here, and we went through a Hascra into Ballinamore Bridge, Ballygar, up to Craigs, up to Ballymoe, over to Treen, Ballinlough, Loughlin, Moyne, Ballahadreen, Monaster Aden, nearly to Gurcheen, Mullacrow, Ballinafad-ish, across the Brickleaves to Castle Baldwin, and then around Loch Arrow into Kilmactranny and now Ballyfernan. And I finish up in Kilronan, about 2 kilometres up the road, before making the journey tomorrow almost to Keeju, back to Lochmela, across Snaa, Drumboylan, and then crossing the Shannon here and coming back in along the Loch Allen Canal to Battlebridge and into Leitrim village. I'm tired just thinking about it. Can't believe I've walked that. So, made it as far as Kilronan, and I'm shattered. Today really took it out of me. I wasn't expecting hills for some reason. I don't know why. I kind of thought I'd be skirting around the lake, and I was to some extent, but those hills and climbs all day. And I'm just tired. Probably to do with the 27 other days in a row. Because when I did the cycling, yeah, it was 490 odd days or whatever, but there was rest days there all over the place. So for me, I think 22 was the most consecutive days, and tomorrow, albeit my last, is going to be 29 with no freewheeling, no real downhills. I'm looking forward to finishing. It's been a fantastic journey. One more day. 10 o'clock tomorrow, back here at Kilronan. Hopefully I'll see a few of you there. Talk to you.